So today we're going to be doing the invisible decrease stitch. It is a stitch that you'll see used a lot in amigurumi patterns. And the point of this stitch is to decrease 2 stitches and turn them into 1 stitch and do it in a way that it is less visible to the eye. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do a normal single crochet decrease followed by an invisible decrease so that you can see the difference and you can decide which one you'd prefer to utilize. Now, the invisible decrease stitch can be substituted anytime that you see a normal single decrease in an amigurumi pattern. So do keep that in mind. Today I'm using a 3.5 millimeter Furls Odyssey crochet hook, and I'm using Brava worsted weight yarn from We Crochet. If you're interested in checking out either of those items, I'll make sure that I link them in the description box below. So to do a normal single crochet decrease, you're going to decrease 2 stitches to 1, and to do that you're going to take your hook, insert it into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through the stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, yarn over, and pull through the stitch. So you should have 3 loops on your hook, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a normal single crochet decrease, and it might be a little tricky to see on the camera, but we have a bit of bulk here, and that's where your normal single decrease can be a bit bulky, and then it can be more obvious in your projects, especially if you're doing amigurumi, and it can kind of disrupt your fabric a little bit. So that's where our invisible decrease comes in. So like the single decrease, we're going to decrease 2 stitches to 1. But let's look at the tops of our stitches, shall we? The little V's at the top that indicate where your stitches are. Each V is comprised of 2 loops. We've got our front loop and our back loop. To do your invisible decrease, we'll be working into the front loops only of the stitches we want to decrease. And now, depending on how tight you crochet, you may have to do a little bit of finagling, but it's definitely worth it for the result. So to do an invisible decrease, we're going to go under that front loop of the first stitch. We're going to kind of roll our hook to go under the front loop only of the second stitch. Then we're going to yarn over hook, and we're going to pull through both of those stitches at the same time. So that will leave 2 loops on your hook. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops. And that's it. That's the single crochet decrease. The invisible single crochet decrease. And I'll do that again. So again, we're going to work under the front loops only of the next 2 stitches. We're going to insert our hook under the front loop of the first stitch. Insert our hook under the front loop only of the second stitch. Yarn over and pull through both stitches at the same time. So that, again, that leaves us with 2 loops on our hook. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through both loops. That's another single crochet decrease completed. So we're going to do another invisible decrease. So again, we're going to work under that front loop only of the first stitch, front loop only of the second stitch. I'm going to yarn over hook, pull it through both stitches at the same time. We've got 2 loops on our hook, yarn over, and pull through the stitch. Now you've probably noticed that I tend to say single crochet decrease when I'm doing the invisible decreases. Mentally, when I'm doing my designs, I'll think single crochet decrease because to me they're interchangeable, because I almost always will substitute one of these invisible decreases for a single crochet decrease. Unless it says otherwise in the pattern, for the most part, this is an easy substitute that you can make to make those decreases a little less visible. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment box below. I'm happy to help. And thanks again for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks so much for watching. Happy hooking, and I'll see you next time.